Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this week's server reset that they performed, and they for some reason mislabeled it on their homepage as a game update. I'm not sure why they did that, but I will be discussing the extraordinarily minor patches as well that have gone in. And yeah, we'll see what we've got here. So the title of the so-called update is Yaks, Patches, and Community News. So I'm sure you can infer by Yaks, they talk about the Yak to the Shadows event, which started, I think, 2 weeks ago now. It's been going for a little bit. I actually have it completed here on my hardcore. Just did it for the cosmetics. It kind of gave me some motivation to do some random stuff like cook food, which I would need to do eventually. And I also had skips left over from the first Yak track, and I ended up just using up all the free skips that I had for some of the more annoying tasks, but didn't actually buy any with bonds. So yeah, overall I think the tasks are a bit unfair, especially for some of them, like construction. They really need some tweaking, but they haven't changed anything since the first Yak track as far as I know. But yeah, they basically just put it in this update for no real reason other than to say that it is or they say we're on week 2 of the event already, so I'm pretty sure we're on week 3, but maybe I'm just completely wrong. My perception of time isn't really the best ever since this whole pandemic started. But anyways, yeah, that's one thing they talk about. And then after that, they go straight into some of the random patch notes that they've listed here. And that's pretty much all there is on the main update post. Some of the patch notes, and underneath that, they talk a little bit about server maintenance. Apparently after this week's update, or the server reset, there were 30 minutes of some worlds being offline. I guess those are back up again, probably. It's been way over 30 minutes now, so I assume they just did some server maintenance on those. And yeah, they also talk a little bit about their chat filter improvements that went live last week. And if you don't know what those are, some things that you say in chat are now going to be automatically censored regardless of whether or not you have the profanity filter on or not. Most of these are going to be the really egregious slurs and stuff like that. But there's also some things that it's picking up that it shouldn't be, so they definitely need to tweak it a little bit. But other than that, I mean, I don't really see a big problem with them getting rid of certain words. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I know some people aren't happy about it, but then they say something about like free speech or whatever. But honestly, who cares that much about such a thing in the game? I don't know. Interesting how my boss portals are blank here. I think that happens when you're logging in between multiple accounts or something. But yeah, I have been playing on my main quite a bit more than usual recently to practice high-level PVM. I've been doing quite a lot of Virago and Solok, which has been nice to get me back into the swing of things. I actually just got a corrupted orb at Telos this morning, which was pretty nice. I haven't claimed it yet. Going to try and streak it a bit as I got it at pretty low in rage and see if I can get any other drops in there. Anyways, back to talking about whatever they have in these updates. There is pretty much nothing else yet on the main page. They're going to have their normal Tuesday stream tomorrow, however, and it's going to be talking about the next update that's coming out. So I may make a video tomorrow to discuss what they talk about in the stream, depending on how much information is available and if I have anything to say about it. So that's definitely a possibility. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, is positive that it's going to be talking about the new quest Desperate Measures that's supposedly coming out, but we'll have to wait and see what exactly they talk about. I assume it is going to be that, but yeah, I'll definitely make a video if there is anything exciting to discuss. Moving on now into the actual list of patches themselves. This is probably one of the worst patch notes I've ever seen. They took the things that are normally relegated to one patch note in terms of fixing typos and expanded them out into like 5 or 6 for no other reason than to make it seem like there are more patch notes than there are. And there is also a whole huge list of fixes which has a lot of these typos in, and I read through every single one of them, unfortunately, and not a single one made any sort of impact. I didn't think they were important at all. But yeah, they had a couple that they did highlight on the main update post. Like I said, that was part of their update post, which is never a good sign. And those were: when completely filling an empty divine charge, when using Divine-O-Matic vacuum, excess energy will now be put into the next empty divine charge instead of being wasted. Now that was something that people did definitely complain about happening. If you were using your Divine-O-Matic and you had your divine charge that is in there at like 99%, the next siphon would get that one to full, and then you would get 0% on the new one, which would be a bit wasteful and make it even worse than it already is in comparison to the relic from archaeology. Almost positive that this will not have any difference on the relic being by far the better choice, but it is a little bit better for people who either haven't trained archaeology or for some reason are still using the vacuum. They also have another thing about the vacuum for some reason, but it says here that players using an uncharged Divine-O-Matic vacuum with an active relic power will now receive the correct amount of energy when converting memories at an energy rift. I don't know what that means exactly. It sounds like a really weird and niche case, but maybe it has some difference. You guys can let me know if I'm missing something in the comments. And then the third patch note that they list on the main page, and this one just goes to show you how crap the patch notes are this week. Players no longer require level 75 ranged to unlock the mechanized Chinchompa blueprint, as this is not a requirement necessary to produce the item. I don't understand how they can even justify putting that on the main page, as if that is relevant at all. Like, who out there in the game was like, wow, I can't make mechanized Chinchompas just because I'm not level 75 range? What the hell? I just can't imagine that being an actual complaint that anybody would bring up for any reason. But yeah, that is one of the things they decided to put on the main page. As far as other stuff in the patch notes, for some reason the Divine-O-Matic fixes are all under archaeology, despite the fact that only one of them has to do with the relic, which is a little bit suspicious. They mention here that archaeology materials have been added to research and Tetracompass loot tables for better distribution. I'm not sure which resources they're talking about specifically, but I assume that there is probably going to have all of the resources on the loot tables now. I think there might have been some missing before, if I remember right, but could be wrong on that. But you might be seeing some different loot in your research. They also fixed an issue that was a bit annoying to me on my main. The Ruthless perk has a buff bar and a buff bar icon, and even if it ran out, the icon would still stay there, which was annoying a little bit. And they fixed that, so I guess that's good. And then that's the archaeology section, which I guess the perk is from Ancient Invention. But the other section is a bunch of stuff that is really just completely irrelevant. Updated spell names in the magic skill guide. This one is the subject of many memes. The examined text for Ice Arrow now reads an Ice Arrow. So I don't know what they were thinking with that. Like, why would they put that as a line in the patch notes? Like, what was it before? I don't have any Ice Arrows in my bank, but what the heck was it before that they felt the need to change it? People have been posting about that one as a bit of a meme to represent how bad the patches were this week. And yeah, I don't think they added some new stuff to quick chat menu, like woohoo for that. Blah blah blah, bunch of random stuff. The POH Calphite Soldier model has been updated, which I'm sure is very, very exciting to all of you guys who are hosting house parties in your basement with your Calphite Soldier. And moving on here, something about blah blah blah, nothing really important in there. They apparently had some A/B tests going for tutorials, which has now ended. I'm not sure why they tell us about that, because they don't give us any indication on what they were even hoping to learn from it. And that is, yeah, that's it. There's a couple things for mobile, and then the fixes list that I had already told you had pretty much nothing in it. One thing that they still haven't fixed, which is semi-annoying but doesn't really cause too many issues, is when you are either marked for blood sacrifice at the regular next fight, or you are getting into a team split at Virago, your character won't light up the right color if you have the mouse over object highlighting on, which is pretty annoying. Your character won't light up at all any color. Now at Virago, it's not too bad because you are given an on-screen message that is the same color as the color that you have to get into. But I'm pretty sure on hard mode you don't get that message. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think you don't. So that's something that I hope they fix soon, because it is definitely annoying. Other than that, I can't think of any other things that I really wanted to talk about, you guys. There's not a whole lot in this week, like I said. If you missed it, I did upload a Hardcore Ironman progress video yesterday. We should have that in the end screen if you would like to watch it. If you missed it, had some pretty good progress in there, and we're going to, of course, have another one of those every weekend, as we always do. But like I said, if there is anything worth talking about from the stream tomorrow, I will be sure to cover that in another video tomorrow. So thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think they're going to reveal in this stream? When do you think the quest is coming out? That's another question. I'm definitely, like, if it doesn't come out this month, it's gonna, like, how long has it been now? Like, over 4 months, or at least 3 months? I don't even know. It's been so long since we've had any content update. This quest better be coming this month, otherwise people are gonna really throw a crap storm. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and peace out.